I'm gonna rank 140 Bleach characters, and you can't stop me. If there are any characters here that you wish to see and were not included, you can blame Mr. Free Cod. Let's do this. So they do this on a this or that kind of a thing. And by the way, in terms of like, what am I gonna be doing to like make my choice? Am I gonna do it based on who's more powerful, who's got the cooler design? It's literally just gonna be vibes based. It's gonna be like this or that, like, you know, the most simple version of a question: who do I prefer more, Hachi or Ganju? And that is a hell of a question to start off with, because I don't think I've ever considered which of these two characters I prefer. I don't really love either of them. Hachi's kind of a nothing character, though, if I'm being honest, so we're going to choose Ganju. Also, I'm going to try and not spend too long, because this might take a while. I prefer Tenjiro, because Don Kanonji, Bwahaha is not my favorite character. And then you'll see it will be like, okay, so out of these two, who do you prefer? This is just how it does it. I prefer Tenjiro, I prefer Ganju, I prefer Hachi, and now we got a new cast of characters. So do I prefer Pepe or Georgia or Sasakibe? This is another thing, by the way. There might be some characters who I mostly know visually and not by their names. I'm not like an extreme Bleach hyper fan. I do love the show, though. I'm excited for the last season. We prefer him. Now, there also might be some characters I don't necessarily remember. This is a hell of a choice of image. You just have him being cut in half. All right. Or half and half, I suppose. I remember you more, so we'll do that. But I do prefer Sasakibe, I guess. I do not like this character, Pepe. And he's got a cooler design, so we'll do that. I would still say I prefer Tenjiro. I would say I prefer Sasakibe. I would say Ganju. I would see, this is kind of how it ends up going. They like present you with more choices, and then you end up going left, right, left, right, left, right, and it just kind of reinforces that. Yeah, these are your opinions. Fairly strong opinions, I suppose. Since I don't really remember who this is, I better go with him. And since I don't like Don Kanonji, I better go with him. And since I don't like Pepe, I'll go with Don Kanonji. I don't remember who Kiyone Kotetsu is. Maybe this is a bad image. Is she one of the Vizards? Surely she's not. Well, since I don't remember who she is, I'll choose her. That's an interesting pairing. The competitors for Yorichi's love, albeit a different kind of love. I'll choose Soifon. I'll choose Soifon again. I'll choose her name's really Lilinet Gingerbuck? Alright. And yeah, that's what we'll do. Here we go. That's a fucking matchup. Retsu Unohana or Shutara Senjumaru. I know Retsu is going to be a very popular character. I would actually choose Senjumaru here. We're definitely just choosing about who we think is cooler. Basby versus Asnot. Oh man. Probably Basby, if I'm being honest. He's a very hubristic character, and that can be pretty fun. Asnot, he's also a very cool character, but I think I just prefer Basby. I'm sorry, it's close. Lil Baro or Basby? Basby. I associate Lil Baro with we've decided we're going to illustrate how scarily powerful the enemy is by sniping a bunch of beloved characters and making you think they're dead and then they're fine later. So I don't really like Lil Baro for that reason. So Basby. There's also a chance I'm misremembering some of this stuff. As not. Senjumaru, the Queen. Ooh, Retsu or Basby? Retsu. This is just Let's Go Lesbians, the screen, isn't it? Senjumaru. Unohana. Ooh. Basby. As not. So fun. I will put Little Barrow here. Ooh, who's my favorite Elite Four member? I mean, Wood and Wood, right? This is not what we're doing here, by the way. Ooh, I do. The thing is, I do quite like Tenjiro. He is pretty cool, but I gotta go to Hana here. I think I like him more than Basby. And I'm sorry, Sasakibe, the man who is apparently Captain Class and we never saw it. We'll go for Basby. We'll go for Asnot. We'll go with Soifon. Let's go lesbians. We'll go. I really don't feel much about either of these two characters, but sure. Ooh, Lil Barrow, Ganju, you, Hachi. I don't remember who you are, so you should probably be near the bottom of the list, right? I don't. This is the I don't remember who you are pair, and that's I still like anyone over Don Kanonji. Lupi, Antenor, or Mother. Mother. Lisa Yadamaru or Nemuri Kurotsuchi. Nemu. And again, this quiz will make you consider choices that you've never thought you would ever have to consider, like which character do you prefer, Ichigo's mother or Nemu? I mean, Masaki's kind of cool, right? Because later, okay, I guess I should say we're doing full spoilers before we go any further. Later on, it's revealed that she was a Quincy, but she is also the dead mum archetype. And I'm allowed to say that because I've got a dead mum. Let's go with Nemu's also like. Alright, we're not going to think about it too much. We're just going to go Nemu. And then we're going to go Masaki. And then we're going to go Lisa. Byakuya or Yohak. I think Byakuya is the more fleshed out. I think Yohak's maybe the worst main villain of the series. And he's like the main villain. He's not a bad character, but he's just less interesting than any of the other villains. Don't forget, Byakuya was like the main baddie for a while, and he was pretty cool in that role, and I enjoyed seeing him. Also, he's got an amazing Bankai. Shunsui or someone who I don't remember. Shunsui, obviously. Hash browns or Shunsui. I will not betray you, Shunsui. I will go with you. Hash browns can win there, though. And then Byakuya, I think. And then Shunsui. And then... This is going to happen a lot, by the way. I'm just going to ease into like this, then this, and this, and this, and this. Do I want the Almighty or the alternative? Honestly... Hash browns might be a more interesting character to me than Iwak. So I think I'll do that, and then I'll do Byakuya, Shunsui, Hash browns, Iwak, Nemu, Masaki, Lisa. I don't remember much about Lupi either, if I'm being honest. Isn't she one of the people who got, like... murked by I don't know why I've started saying murked by Ulquiorra, just like offhandedly. Well, Atao look kind of cute, so we'll go for that, whoever that is. Mayuri or Zangetsu. Old man Zangetsu. We'll go old man Zangetsu. And then Ururu or Bambietta. Bambietta, I guess. Old man Zangetsu. I used to hate Mayuri as a character. When I first watched this show, when I was like 13, 14, I hated Mayuri as a character. I guess you're supposed to, right? Because you first meet him through Ishida's eyes. And he's just like this amoral, like, it's never really addressed how amoral he is. It's just kind of played for laughs. But he is also quite fun, so yeah, I'll go Mayuri. Karen, what did you go? Who would win in a fight? Karen's a pretty cool character, actually. I will be going Ichigo. Oh, Quilk, Opie, or Omaida. Some people do like Omaida because, like, he's got this, like, his character is like, he's just like this rich bastard, right? This, not bastard in the literal sense, but like this arrogant, rich, noble asshole, but with a heart of gold. That being said, I've never really loved that character. I don't really love Quilg either, but I mean, he's kind of got the whole evil angel thing going on, so we'll go for that. Yumichika, I knew this would come up. I'm realizing I quite like Yumichika. Like, obviously, he's very vain, but he's a fun character, and he's also a very beautiful man. But yeah, I'm gonna choose Ichigo. I'll choose Yumichika. I'll choose Karen. I'll choose Ichigo. I'll choose you. Is Yumichika gonna beat Old Man Zangetsu? Hmm. Hmm. No. He will beat Mayurito. Um. This is another one of his weird choices where it's like, how do you even stack these two against each other? We'll go Mayuri, Bambi. Didn't we already do that? No, that was a Ruru. Karen, Quilg. Kid versus Noble. Well, she does kick Ichigo and like through a wall or something, right? So that was pretty fun. Oh, here we go. We've got the showdown. We've got the showdown of the end of the Soul Society arc. I think Byakuya, I think he's got more interesting powers than Ichigo. I love Ichigo, but he's a bit of a MacGuffin, right? His power is, he's really fast with a sword, and he can do sword swings which are kind of like ranged attacks. Obviously, that's oversimplifying, but especially during that fight. Obviously, he's also got the whole inner demon hollow thing going on, and that's pretty fun. But I might go Byakuya just because I think he's a more interesting character in terms of design, and his backstory is pretty cool. And honestly, with Ichigo, it's really hard to rate a main character in any of these kinds of things, but like he's definitely almost a little bit sullied by just how like I wouldn't say complicated, how what's the word? Not contrived either. I'm forgetting the word, but the word for when something is unnecessarily complex, like his kind of powers and his backstory and stuff can be. I'll throw the word on the screen if I remember. Anyway, I'm choosing Byakuya. And then I also really like Shunsui, but I should probably choose Ichigo. Shunsui, Old Man Zangetsu. I'm going to put Yumichika above Hash Browns, but Hash Browns goes above Mayuri. Old Man Zangetsu. Wait, no, sorry, that's Iwak. How could I mistake the two? We'll put Iwak above Mayuri. We'll put Nemu above Mayuri. We'll put. It just feels evil to put Masaki below Mayuri. And then we'll do Mayuri. And then we'll do Bambietta. And then we'll do. At this point, it's not that important. We'll just click whichever feels like the one to click at that particular time. Sure. Alright, here we go. Oh, now we're getting into it. Senjumaru versus Byakuya. Which character do I prefer? This is gonna be a I know what you are kind of thing at the end, isn't it? Byakuya above Unohana, I think. Ichigo above Unohana, I'm sorry. Shunsui above Unohana, then we'll do Unohana above Old Man Zangetsu. And then, no, we'll do Old Man Zangetsu, and then we'll do Yumichika, and then we'll do... Oh god, we're only 15% of the way through. And it was a very loud motorbike which just went past my window, which I'm sure got picked up on the mic. I need to kind of do this by the seat of my pants a little bit more, I think, because we're going to be here forever otherwise. No, because I want this to be accurate. It's fine. It can be a long video. If you're going to sit here through all of this, I greatly admire you. Maybe like play a game on the second screen or something. Because we're going to be here for a while. I would put Tenjiro above Owak. Bazby above Owak. Fuck it, why not? Owak above us not. Actually, well, I can't go back, but that does kind of feel like sacrilege. Because if Ichigo is the protagonist MacGuffin, then Owak is absolutely the antagonist MacGuffin. As not above Nemu. Nemu above Soifon. Masaki above Soifon. Mayuri above Soifon. Soifon above Bambietta. Sasuke above Bambietta. Bambietta above Lil. Lil above Lisa just because he's more memorable. Ganju because Ganju. This lady because we all know why. And then I guess Lisa? And then I swear we've already rated these two against each other. Problem is, Bleach is very much a show / manga. It's a story which is kind of, you have characters which feel like they're built to an archetype. Like, you have characters which are basically analogues of each other. Not even in like a story sense, but just in terms of like this is like the Hachi of the group. You know what I mean? I have no strong opinions. This is the I have no strong opinions part. Okay, here we go. Kaien Shiba. This is Kuryo Hikifune, who is a lady who stores her Reiatsu in the form of body fat so she can then use it up and become skinny again. Probably nothing problematic about that imagery. I don't fucking know. Hikifune, she's kind of mother, but I don't know. Shiba's also kind of daddy. We'll go Kaien. I've never called anyone that before, and I regret doing that, and I will never do it again. I'm sorry. Donda Chaka versus whoever this is. I don't remember who this is. I'm guessing he gets cut down pretty early on. Is he one of the people Ichigo cuts down as he comes out of a portal? I think that was an anime only edition, right? We'll do Donda Chaka. Oh my god. We'll do Kaien, I guess, because I don't want Donda Chaka to be super high up. We'll do Hikifune. Shuhei Hisagi versus Masked Masculine. I hate Masked Masculine. Deroy, I don't like him either. This is Yayuhara. Oh my god, I feel like... Isn't she... I might be wrong. Is she the hell... Like, the special anniversary one-shot character whose Zanpakuto was like... The Shikai form was basically just her nails. Is that her? Let's vote on the assumption that that's her. I quite like that design. But then Hisagi is much more memorable, so we'll do that and we'll do that. Oh god. Neither. That one. Okay, see what I mean when I say that these characters are kind of like archetypally designed, although they are very different in terms of personality. Hisagi has more of one. And then we'll go Shiba, and then we'll go Hikifune, and then we'll go Donda Chaka, and then we'll go Yuhara, and then we'll go... I at least remember that you exist, so we'll do you, and then we'll do you. Okay, now we've got Tucson versus Wonderlice. These are two antagonists that I don't love in terms of their use in the story. Tucson's motivation for being a villain always felt weirdly... Again, contrived isn't the word. It's that same word I'm forgetting. Overly complicated without actually being complicated. It didn't land. It didn't really land with me. That being said, he's still better than Wonderwise. And then we got Chad, who is a Chad. I prefer Chad. I prefer Tosin to this shitty kid. I prefer the dumb kid to Wonderwise. Okay. Ukitake versus Okuiora, that's a rough matchup for Ukitake. I like Ukitake, but come on, it's Okuiora. Aizen or whoever this guy is, 2-bit Espada guy, obviously Aizen. Yamamoto versus Aizen. I'm sorry, Captain Commander. Nobody tell him I said this. Okuiora versus Aizen. Now, okay. Now we get to what's more important. Rule of cool or aura. Because, oh man, this is difficult. I really like both of these characters. I think I'm gonna have to choose Okui. Since when were you under the impression that you had any choice in your ranking abilities? Whoa, what happened? That was weird. I think I chose Okuiora, right? Okuiora over Yamamoto. Ukitake over Yamamoto. Aizen, sorry Chad. Okuiora, sorry Chad. Chad, sorry Ukitake. Ukitake, sorry Tosin. Yamamoto, sorry Tosin. Tosin, I don't remember Grans. Grans, because that's just a kid. Aizen over Hisagi. Okuiora over Hisagi. Chad over Hisagi. Ooh, this is more of a difficult one. It always felt like they could do more with Hisagi. I feel like I should mention I have not read Can't Fear Your Own World. I believe he's the protagonist of that light novel, right? And I know it's a very highly regarded light novel. I should read it. Maybe if I did, I'd put him higher, but I'm gonna go with Fukutaki. I'm gonna go with Yamamoto's more of like a service to the plot character than he is really an interesting character in his own right. Although his Bankai was fucking cool, so we'll go with Yamamoto. Ooh, Hisagi, Toulson, Shiba, Hikifune, Dondochaka, Yu, in case I'm right about who she is. And now it doesn't matter who we choose because I have no opinions really one way or the other. Oh, here we go. Araniro Araruru. I've never tried to say that name before. Or Renji. I didn't really love this fight. Rukia versus the guy who impersonated Kaien. Cool, another very loud engine going past my window, thank you. We'll go Renji, and then we'll go... I don't remember much about you. So we'll go Mitsuru, Renji. I really didn't like that fight very much, by the way. Although I remember you and I don't remember you, so we'll do that. Oh, Kazui's here. Hi, Kazui. Kazui, this is his... I guess he's not an uncle. What's a cousin? I guess first cousin? Is that what a first cousin is? I don't even fucking know. Either way, this is a weird one to rank. Kazui is probably going to be pretty low ranked just because we never really saw much from him and he seemed like a super MacGuffin from what we did see. So we'll go with Ishida. I would like to see more about Kazui though. I'd like to see his story. I'd like to see the intention there. I really hope the rumors about a potential continuation of a manga in the form of an anime. Actually, I don't know if that was the case. Either way, I hope that rumor's true. Ishida though. We'll go Ishida. Lilitoto, Lambold, or Ginjo. We'll go Ginjo. I didn't love the fight between Byakuya and Zamari either, I will say. I'll go Ginjo again. I hate her power. It's just she gets a really large mouth and bites people. That's such a shit power. But then Zamari's power, what even was it? It's he gets eyes all over his body and he can project something from his eye, and if it lands on a body part, he can control a body part. This is just battle of the not very interesting powers, but I guess Zamari's is more interesting. I don't fucking know. I thought I'd have difficulty choosing between characters I really like. I'm actually having difficulty choosing between characters I don't like. Okay, we'll go Ishida over Ginjo. We'll go... how do I rank this? Kazui over Ginjo. Renji versus Ishida. Who do I prefer as a character? I think Ishida. Ishida had a pretty good showing in the latest season of Thousand Year Blood War. Yeah, I think I'll go Ishida. I don't know where to put Kazui. I don't know what to do with his kid. We'll go Renji because he's an actual character. Then we got we'll do Kazui over Mitsuru. Fuck it, and Ginju over Mitsuru, and then Mitsuru over Zamari, and then. These are like my two least favorite top 10 Espada, I feel like. We'll go Aranero. Then we'll go Zamari. Then we'll go you. Okay, there we go. Got new characters. Okay, Shinji versus Gazelle. Oh my god, Gazelle. Shinji. I really like Pernida. I think Pernida's actually quite an interesting character. And oh wow, I just realized I've got a potentially controversial opinion. I think Hitsugaya is vastly overrated. I remember because sometimes they did like popularity polls and they would put them in the manga, and Hitsugaya was always very high up. I never really liked Hitsugaya very much. I never thought his powers were very interesting either. I think Rukia has the cooler ice powers. So we're going to go with Pernida. And we're going to go with Pernida again. I also am not crazy about Shinji. I do think he's fine now. Oh, not fine like that. I'll go with Shinji over Hitsugaya. I'll go Hitsugaya over Gazelle. And then we got different characters again. We got Tatsuki, sorry, or we got this guy, Nanana Najakoop. I didn't know that was his name. And I don't remember much about him either. This okay, hot take. This story potentially has too many characters. We'll go Tatsuki. Oh my god, Royd Lloyd. Speaking of too many characters. Or Kane Katagiri. Isn't this Ishida's mother? Is that who that is? We'll go for Ishida's mother. Oh my god, Saizella Poro. We'll go Saizella Poro. Where's Saizella Poro? I don't... That's surprising me. I'm surprising myself there. I don't love the character, but I do quite like the fight. No, I don't love the fight. What is it I like about Saizella Poro? Something about his death is really interesting. And also I do like his... I guess I do like his character. Also we'll do... Tatsuki's just more of a character than Katagiri is. We'll do Katagiri. We'll do Royd Lloyd. Ooh. 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 This is like the weird hand matchup. Oh man, this is quite difficult actually. I'll go Panida just 'cause he's a more unique character. And then I'll go Zalapara. Ooh, will I? Shinji or Zalapara? And then we'll do Shinji. And then we'll do Tatsuki. Let's go lesbians. And then we'll do... Look, I really don't love Hitsugaya. We'll do Giselle. Okay, Ishida versus Panida. This is original version of Quincy versus what Quincy's became. Actually, is Panida technically a Quincy? That might be getting in spoilers for anime only folk. Okay. I don't think that fight's over yet, right? In the anime? Is it? I don't remember. I need to rewatch the anime before the new one comes out. We'll go Ishida, we'll go Renji, we'll go Panida, we'll go... What do I do with this kid? Kazui. We'll go Sayalapara, we'll go... I do like Ginjo's giant sword. Something about it, like the fact that he like full brings it from his amulet. Like I know the full bring arc is the full bring arc. It is what it is. Actually, these two characters share some interesting similarities. They both appear to Ichigo to teach him about a new power. They kind of, again, it's not quite perfect, but it's again almost an archetypal thing. We'll go... I just don't love Shinji that much. I don't love Ginjo that much either, but... Tatsuki... Katagiri... Didn't I already rank Mitsuru against Hitsugaya? Okay, fine, we'll do Hitsugaya. He's not that bad. We'll do Arnero. We'll do... I really don't remember anything about Royd Lloyd, so I should probably not really... Okay, these are characters I don't remember. I remember Giselle. Who could forget Giselle? I'll do that guy. Aizen versus Ishida. I'm gonna choose Ishida since when were you under the impression that you were the one choosing? I'll do Okiura of Ishida as well. Ooh. Now this is a difficult one. Ishida's just more fleshed out, really, isn't he? In terms of like his powers and his general character arc. It felt like I haven't seen Orihime yet. Orihime and Chad feel like characters. Maybe less so Orihime, but Chad definitely feels like a character who... You know, something this story does is it leaves characters behind, but then it keeps them as the story goes forward, but doesn't really do much with them. Chad definitely is one of those characters who suffers from that. Like, yeah, he gets his left arm, but... I don't know. And his right arm does change, but like... What does he really do in Thousand Year Blood War, you know? Like, he's just kind of there. I'll go for Ishida. I'll go for Renji. I'll go Oh, man, I'm sorry, Chad. Chad can look after Kazui, how about that? And then we'll do... Ukitake? Yeah, sure. We'll do Yamamoto. We'll do Hisagi. We'll do... Sayalaparo is probably a more interesting villain than Toulson. We'll do Toulson over Ginjo. We'll do Ginjo over Kain Shiba. We'll do Shinji over Kain Shiba. We'll do Tatsuki over Kain Shiba. We'll do Katagiri. I know she's barely a character, but she's also a pretty cool character in my opinion. If she is who I think she is anyway. I'm pretty sure she's Ishida's mother. The problem is when I look at Kain Shiba, I mostly just remember the fight, and that's not technically him. I mean, it kind of technically is him, but it's also not. It's weird. But yeah, Hitsugaya, Shiba. Mizuro, Hikifun, Dondochaka, Yu, this guy, this guy, this guy. I'm just saying who's more memorable at this point. This guy, this lady, this guy, this guy. It's not that important to slow down. Oh man, you're gonna make me rank someone over Senjumaru. Is it weird that Senjumaru might... I've never considered this. What they did with her in the anime, she's a little bit more power broken than Aizen in terms of like raw power. Like she almost destroys the universe just by going Bankai, right? But we're not doing it based on power levels anyway. And anyway, Aizen is probably more powerful. There's a reason we never see him go Bankai, right? Yeah, Aizen. Ooh, both. Senjumaru. That's probably an uncommon choice, but there you go. Oh man, it's really making me start to choose between some of my favorites. Do I prefer character who has a well thought out, really unique power, both visually and just how it works, and a pretty complex character in terms of like his morals and like what he'll do, or do I want emo boy who can become a demon, who can become a more powerful demon, who has one of the coolest fights in the entire show with another demon who happens to be the main character? Oh, that's difficult. Byakuya. Come on. Okuya, I'm sorry. And then Ichigo. And then Shunsui. And then Ishida. I don't think Ishida would be this high up, but I think he's gonna be. Then Unohana. Just because that reveal is pretty cool. Renji. I'm starting to feel like the tier now as we're going down. Old Man Zangetsu, I can't put him off any longer. Yumichika. I'm gonna go Panida actually for this one. Then I'll go Chad actually. Then what do I do with this kid? Then I go. Here's a small thing. I hate Hash Brown's eyelashes. They're really weird. They make me uncomfortable every time I look at them, and Ukitake doesn't have those. Also, Yamamoto's Bankai is awesome. Damn, Hash Browns is losing some points this round. All right, here you go, Hash Browns. Okay. I think Tenjiro's more unique and cooler than Hisagi. Hisagi's probably cooler than Bazby. Oh, Battle of the Pink Hair. Xylaparo. These are the kind of choices where I'm like, I don't really know. They're close enough that like it's okay. Oh, Bazby or Tosin? Bazby. Iwak or Tosin? Iwak. As not Nemu. Masaki. Welcome back to the Soul Society arc. Mayuri. Ooh. Soifan. Tosin. Ginjo. Shinji. Tatsuki. Katagiri. Itsugaya. Saskibe. I just do not have that much of an opinion at this point. I'm not just choosing randomly though. These are still choices. If you're worried, like, oh no, he's just given up and he's just clicking now. That's not what I'm doing. I might actually choose Aranira over Bambietta. Here's the thing, I don't really remember much about Bambietta other than she gets zombified. Bambietta, sure. Little Barrow, Ganju, that girly. Zamari's more memorable than Lisa. The problem with the Vizards is a lot of them didn't really get much screen time. Like, I'm not sure they had to be this entire group with like these different archetypal characters in them. You know what I mean? Sure, let's give Giselle some love, and hope she doesn't do much more with it than that. Lisa, Karen, Quilg, Aruru. Hachi probably doesn't deserve to be this low. Ilford. Okay, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Stop asking me things. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Well, I know Don Kanonji needs to be at the bottom. That is one thing that I do know. Everyone versus. Don Kanonji can go above Master Masculine. Master Masculine can go above Pepe. Oh, here we go. New characters. Candice. Don't remember much about her. Versus Katen. Isn't this? This is Shunsui Swords. Oh, I guess Sword even. I guess we do already have Old Man Zangetsu, so it's not the first sword we've got. Then we got Ririka versus Ikaku. Oh, that's quite difficult. Ririka, she kind of is just the archetypal, like, oh, what's the name? For the archetypal anime character who it's like, but it's not like I like you or anything, Baka. I don't know why that word is currently escaping me, but she's one of those. It's on the tip of my tongue, but I'm not going to spend too much brain power trying to remember it. Oh, we'll go Ikaku. I like Ikaku. That being said, mother. Ikaku Ririka. There we go. That's how that shakes out. Oh god, Charlotte Shulhorn. Haven't thought about that fight in a while. This is Isane Kotetsu. I already had softs. I always had a soft spot for Isane, so we'll go Isane. Boy, that sure is some artwork they chose. We got Yachiru versus Rangaku. We'll go Rangaku. I know how this looks, but we will go Rangaku. And then we'll go Isane, and then we'll go Yachiru. And then we'll go. Oh my god. This is certainly the anime I grew up watching. Ikaku, Rangaku, Isane, Ruruka, Yachiru, Candice. Oh god, right, yeah, they had a daughter, didn't they? I forgot about that. We've got Ichika, who's the daughter of Renji and Rukia, versus Doctor Who. If any Bleach character was going to get cast as Doctor Who, it'd be Rose. I don't really give a shit about Rose, except he did have a pretty sick Bankai theme a couple seasons ago. But I mean, again, what do I do with his kid? This is a weird one to rank. Oh, I forgot about Neutra. Oh, I really like Izuru's sword power. And I really like Neutra just as this, like, almost, he goes up against Zaraki, right? He's almost like the hollow version of Zaraki. But he's got more of like a Marilyn Manson vibe going on. A little bit. I'll go with Neutra. I'll go with Neutra again. And then I'll go with Izuru. Or Kira or whatever. Oh, fucking Gremmy. God, Tia Harabel, obviously. Sorry. I'm stirring up some old opinions I haven't had in a while about like writing choices. Rabu, Love. Again, this is one of his characters who is not very well fleshed out, but then so is Dordoni. But Dordoni, Ichigo had a pretty cool fight with him, actually. So I'll choose him. And I'll choose him again. Oh my god. These characters look so similar, I've never noticed. Oh god, they're both such nothing characters. We'll go with Love. Because he's got an inner demon, I guess that's something. We'll go with Harabel, we'll go with Dordoni, we'll go with Grammy, we'll go with Harabel, we'll go with Neutra. Ooh. We'll go with cooler power versus cooler personality. We'll go with Hizuru. Then we'll go with Dordoni, and then we'll go with Ichika. We'll go with Grammy. I don't hate Grammy that much. And then we'll go with Rose. Yeah, you know what I am. You could have said that for either choice, so. I like Harabel. I don't like Harabel that much, though. Rangaku versus Harabel. I think Rangaku's more of like a likable character, just like in who she is as a person. So we'll go for Rangaku. Sane is Harabelle. We'll go Harabelle. We'll go Neutra. We'll go Asane. We'll go Kira. I normally call him Kira, not Izuru. Riruka versus Dodoni. We'll go Riruka. We'll go Dodoni. These are just children, but one of them has a sword. I guess this one has a sword as well. Okay, we'll go. We'll do that. We'll do that. We'll do that, and we'll do that. There we go. I don't remember you at all. Oh wait, do I remember you? I'm guessing that's fake Karakura Town Arc because that's a hollow mask up there. I don't really remember you though, so I'll go with Iba. Then we got Gerard Valkyrie versus our other Tsundere. That's the word I was looking for earlier. Versus our other Tsundere. We'll go with Gerard. Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done that. I should have gone with her. Oh well, too late now. We'll go Iba. We'll go Gerard because I remember Gerard. And then we'll go Hiyori. Tsukishima versus whoever this is. So we'll have to go Tsukishima. Zaraki Kenpachi versus Literal Hollow with a Machine Gun. BG. No, that's not a Hollow, that's a Quincy. What am I talking about? Have we seen him in the anime yet? I don't remember when he shows up. Yeah, because he steals someone's Bankai, right? I forget. Either way, I really like his design, but I mean, I don't really remember much else about him as evidenced by everything I just said. So we'll go Zaraki. It was never really going to be in question, was it? That's an interesting choice for Tessai. Either way, we'll go Zaraki. We'll go BG9. We'll go Zaraki. Tsukishima would cut Zaraki and insert himself into his past as his best friend, and Zaraki would be like, okay, cool, and then still cut him down. Tsukishima, more memorable than BG9, I guess. Then BG9, then Tessai. Then we'll do Zaraki, then we'll do Iba. Then we'll do Tsukishima. Then we'll do BG9. Then we'll do Tessai. Then we'll do Gerard. Then we'll do Hiyori. And then I don't remember these characters. There's anyway. Yurichi versus Orihime. A lot of people hate Orihime because she's like she's a character who's just constantly crying out for Ichigo to help her and stuff, right? Like that's the meme. But I do like her arc. There's some effort put into like having her be like, I have my own power, and like it's not just about healing and stuff, and it's about protecting. And yeah, I like Orihime. I don't need to defend myself. Ooh, Stark. The man with the dogs versus the dog. We'll go with Stark. We'll go with Orihime. We'll go with Yurichi, I think. Rukia versus whoever that is. Rukia, obviously. Ishida's dad versus the weird one with two tongues. We'll go with Ishida's dad. Then we'll go with Ishida's... she's one of the... Isn't she one of the hollows that kind of forms together to create like this giant or something? I forget. We'll go with Ishida's dad. And then we'll go with her. And then we'll go with Rukia. And then we'll go with Ishida's dad. And then we'll go with... I have no preference. Rukia versus Orihime. Who do you think I am, Ichigo? I think Rukia is probably the more interesting character, if I'm being honest. Then we'll go Orihime. Then we'll go Yurichi. Then we'll go... I mean, Stark's just got more aura. Look at him. It's lonely at the top, the character. And then Komamura. Zaraki versus Rukia. Don't get me wrong, I like Zaraki. I do, but he's a bit one note as a character. We'll go for Rukia. Speaking of one note as a character, I want to kill everything versus I want Ichigo to be okay. We'll go Rihime, and then we'll go Zaraki, and then we'll go Yurichi, and then we'll go Iba, and then we'll go Stark, and then we'll go Komamura, and then we'll go Ishita's dad, and then we'll go Tsukishima, and then we'll go BG9, and then we'll go Tessai, and then we'll go Gerard, and then we'll go Hiyori, and then we'll go Mila Rose, and then we'll go who cares, and then we'll go who cares, and then we'll go who cares, and then we go Rukia, then we go Rihime, then we go. She's really barely a character, right? She's in a couple of episodes. We don't learn much about her. We all know why she's here. Like the other one isn't, right? Maybe she is later on. But Shansui's other sword. I don't think she's here. I did really like that. Like joking aside, I did really like that episode where we saw the kind of like relationship between Shunsui and Katen Ohana. Oh, I guess it's Katen / Ohana. Okay, I don't really remember how that goes. Either way, Zaraki, Yurichi, then we'll go with her. Then we'll go Ikaku, then we'll go Rengoku, then we'll go Harabel. I'm sure Iba understands. And then we'll go Neutra, we'll go Iba, we'll go Stark, we'll go... I've never been that crazy big a fan of Komamura, if I'm being honest, although I did like how his story ended. That was pretty interesting. And he does have more story than his Sane. Yeah, we'll go Komamura, then we'll go Sane, then we'll go Kira, then we'll go... Ishta's dad, I guess. Then we'll go Ririka. Then we'll go Dodoni. I realize I might have been like being too generous with Tsukishima, because I didn't love the whole like I've inserted myself into your past and now all your friends are my friends plot. Like that was kind of lame. And it's as a villain, maybe he's the worst villain in the series. Actually, I forgot about the Fullbring arc, and that probably says it all. So we'll go Yachiru, go Ichika. Two villains I dislike existing because of their powers being kind of bullshit. I can imagine anything into existence versus I can rewrite the past by cutting people. We'll go Grimmy because it was fun pairing him against Zaraki, I guess. And then we'll go Tsukushima. And then we'll go BG9. And then we'll go Tessai. And then we'll go Gerard. And then we'll go Hiyori. And then we'll go Rose. And then we'll go Who Cares Anymore? 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 Oh god. Charlotte Shannon versus the Sternritter with two tongues. I mean, what those tongues do, I guess, right? And that guy, whoever that is. Okay, now we got more characters. We got Kukaku Shiba. For the longest time, I didn't realize she only has one arm. Wait, no, she has two arms in that image, doesn't she? Does she? Can't really tell. Might just be the angle. Either way, we got Kukaku here, or we've got Baragun. Baragun's a fun fight. I did like that. I kind of wish he had faced up against characters I like a little bit more than Soifon and Omaida. But either way, it was a pretty fun fight. I like his power. It's pretty interesting. Then again, I also like Kukaku. She seems like a pretty cool person. So that's actually a pretty difficult matchup. I'll go with... Baragun's probably the more unique of the two characters. We'll go with Baragun. I also like that he's got this whole thing going on about how he's the king of Huiko Mondo, but he's actually the number 2 Espada. And like, what does that do for his ego? I think that's pretty fun. People love Naklavar. I don't know how I feel about Naklavar, but I do know that I have no idea who Tokunada Sonayashiru is. Who is that? Let me know in the comments. I don't know who that is. I prefer Baragun to Naklavar. I don't really love Naklavar's power either. We'll go Shukaku over Naklavar. Ah, Uetsu. I like Uetsu. We'll get Uetsu. Oh, Urahara used to be my favorite character when I was younger. He didn't do anything that made me not have him be my favorite character, but yeah, I'm a big fan of Urahara. Even though I know some people hate him. And I remember looking at their reasoning and being like, oh, I can kind of see why. Either way though, I like Urahara. I also like Uetsu. Oh my god. These are two Fullbringers, and I don't care about either of them, but at least I remember this guy's power. Wasn't this guy's power just that he got massive? Like, he had the Hulk's power, right? Like, he just became this massive hulking guy. Very original. Cool. We'll go with the guy whose punches are gambles on how much power they output. At least that was a little bit more unique. Urahara wins. Oetsu wins. Baragon wins. Kukaku wins. Naklavar wins. Mo wins. Ugh. I mean, I can remember Giriko, but that doesn't mean that I want to remember him. So we'll do that. Who the hell are you? Hikone Ubuginu. Is this like a filler arc thing or from a movie? I don't remember who this is. Let me know in the comments. Jerome Guzbat. I think he's probably a Sternritter based on the arm there. I don't remember either of these people. I remember you potentially slightly more, so we'll go with you. Aura Michibane? I don't remember you either. We're just making up characters now? This is one of the three that turns into a giant. I remember who you are, so I'll click you. Who are you? I don't remember who that is. This is just who is that? Who is that? I don't know. Then we got Kangdu versus Ichibi. We'll go with Ichibi. Then we got Keigo versus the KFC guy. We'll go fucking vote for Keigo, I guess. He'll be ecstatic. Then we got Ishin, of course. Ishin again, I guess. It should be I don't really remember much about Kangdu, if I'm being honest. I at least remember that he exists. Although, if you'd asked me to name every character in the show, there's a chance I would probably have forgotten about him. Which means I should probably vote for Keigo. I don't remember what either of their powers are. Go Kangdu, because he looks a bit more like a vampire, and that's cool. Ishin, Ichibi, Keigo. Well, this is easy, because I don't really remember who this guy is. I can just vote for all these. Urahara versus Ishin. Ichigo's two dads. Ishin. Then Urahara. Then Ichibi. Oh, actually, no. I would have voted for Uetsu. Oh, shit. I should have thought about that a bit longer. Baragon, Kuku. Oh, my God. These are the same character, aren't they? I've just realized. Naklavar and Keigo Asano, they're kind of the same character. But Naklavar can kill people, so we'll vote for Naklavar. Then we'll vote for Keigo. Then we'll vote for Kangdu. Then we'll vote for Mo. Then we'll vote for KFC. Then we'll vote for... Again, I don't remember who either of these are, so... Sure. There we go. Oh my god, the kid with the PSP, Yukio. This is Hanataro. Oh my god. Give Hanataro a PSP, then they'd probably be mates. But it would be like a toxic friendship, you know? Like, Yukio would just... He would just, like... In multiplayer games, like, he would be making Hanataro do all the work. Anyway, I guess Hanataro. And Jackie Tristan. Oh my god. Darty Boots is something I constantly reference. However, White Zangetsu cool as fuck. Darty Boots. Oh my god, the ginger afro guy? He's gotta be a filler character, right? I extremely vaguely remember him. What about the normal afro guy? Where's he? Yeah, this guy's a hollow, right? He's an Aranka? Anyway, Pesh. We'll vote for Pesh, why not? Yami versus Ichigo's very supportive tutor. I do like Akumi, actually. You know what? I'm gonna vote for Akumi. And then there you are, Grimjow. Hi, Grimjow. I'm gonna go vote for Akumi. I don't think I like Yami, you know, the more I think about him. He kind of only exists to counterbalance Okuiora in terms of character. Yeah, I voted for Pesh over Yami. What of it? Oh my god. Now that is a interesting thing, an interesting thought experiment. White Zangetsu versus Grimjow. Grimjow Jagajax. Again, the archetypal thing, similar characters, really. Ooh. This is actually really difficult for me. because I really like both of them. However, Grimjow is hot, so we'll go with Grimjow. And then we'll go White Zangetsu. And then we'll go Ikumi. And then we'll go Darty Boots. That's literally the only reason I keep voting for her. And then we'll go Hanataro. And then we'll go Yukio. Okay, Gin versus Kensei. We'll go Gin. Because, oh my god, who the hell is Nakim Grindana? Okay, we'll go for... Oh, this is Kyokotsu. This is the other sword. That is how that goes. I remember now. Then we'll go Gin. Then we'll go... I don't love Kensei. I'm going to be honest. I don't see why Hisagi loves him so much. We'll go with Kyokotsu. We'll go... Okay, then again, we'll go with him here. Then we got Nell. Oh, Neliel, I guess we should specify. We got adult Nell. Versus Nanao. I actually really like Nanao. This whole part of the fight with Shunsui and like the backstory of her with the blade was actually pretty cool. That being said, Neliel is Neliel, so we'll go with Neliel. Then we got Akon versus Yuzu. I guess we'll go with Akon. Then we got Momo versus Akon. Momo's kind of just like the character that exists to show everyone how evil and amoral Aizen is, and how much of a emo boy hero Hitsugaya is. So I don't think I like Momo that much. Go with Akon. Momo and Yuzu, besties for life. I guess we'll go Momo. I don't know. Neliel, Nano, Gin. Oh, I should have thought about that a bit more. Gin does deserve to be fairly high up, but Neliel, Nano, Kyokutu. I actually think I prefer Akon over Kensei. Kensei, Momo, Yuzu. Okay, Grimjow or Gin? I'm gonna go Grimjow. I'm sorry, everyone. White Zangetsu or Gin? Oh my god, we're getting to some of these more difficult major character choices now. White Zangetsu, Gin, Neliel, Nanao, Kyokotsu, Akon, Ikumi, I guess Kensei, yeah. Darty Boots, Hanataro, Momo, Kid with PSP, Pesh. Yuzu's just little sister of a character, right? Also, this is hilarious. Like, just out of context, Yami versus Yuzu. Oh god, poor Yuzu. Then two characters I don't really remember, but this guy's got a ginger afro, so he wins. Oh god, Ishin or Grimjow? Grimjow. I'm sorry, Ishin. God. Ishin is Ishin versus White Zangetsu. So I prefer the dad or the inner demon. He's a pretty good dad. I mean, that's debatable, but I think he's a pretty good dad. We'll go with White Zangetsu. Then we'll go with Ishin. Then we'll go for Urahara. Then we'll go with Gin. Then we'll go with Neliel. Then we'll... you know what? I think Nanao. Then HB, then Otsu, then... I actually really don't remember that much about Kyokotsu, so I've probably raised her a bit too high. We'll go Baragon, Kukaku, Naklava, Kyokotsu, Akon, Ikumi? Or Keigo? Ikumi. Then Keigo. I should be putting Keigo at the bottom. It would kind of suit his character a bit more. Not that wasn't meant to be a bottom joke. That was just, I mean, whatever. Then we got Kangdu, I guess. Again, I do not have strong opinions. Darty Boots. Never pass up an opportunity to say Darty Boots. I'm gonna go Yukio, Pesh, Yuzu, Yami. First time I think I voted for Yami. Fucking Mo, KFC. I should be saying the Colonel. That's what I mean when I say KFC. This guy. This gal. What is this guy? What is this guy? Rukia versus Grimjow. We saw how that played out. Didn't she get her ass kicked by Grimjow, or am I misremembering that? Either way, um, yeah, like she fought. No, I think she thought she like encased him in ice, right? And it was like a big like, he's way too powerful to be encased in ice kind of a moment, as is the case with all of these ice-based characters. Grim. Oh man, this is really difficult. I really like Rukia as a character. Character who I really like, or badass who I really enjoy? Why am I doing this to myself? We're getting to the really difficult options now. I think it's got to be Rukia. What if I just put Rukia and Rihime next to each other? I'll put Grimjow, then Rihime. Ooh, Zaraki or White Zangetsu? Also, have I been saying White Ichigo this entire time? I guess technically that is White Zangetsu, right? He was called White Ichigo for a while, or Hollow Ichigo, or Hichigo, or there's a whole bunch of fan names for him. I think White Zangetsu just because we got the whole inner demon thing going on, which is pretty cool. Oh god, Zaraki or Ishin? Ishin's just too cool. I'm always excited to see Ishin. Zaraki or Urahara? Urahara. Then we'll do Zaraki. Probably Yurichi as well, and then we'll do Gin. Then we'll do Nadil. Then we'll do Katen / Ohana. Then we'll do Nanao. She really did go up in my estimation during the final arc, I think. Then we'll do. Ooh. I quite liked Ikaku. I never liked Ikaku, sorry. I never liked his Bankai all that much. I really liked him when he was just the guy with the spear. And like the kind of honorable defeated opponent. I always thought that was pretty fun at the start of a Soul Society arc. It should be. He's got a cool vibe. But his power's a little weird. So I guess we'll go with Kaku. And then why does Rangaku always look like she's trying to flirt with me in this picture? Like, gosh dang. She's trying to advance her way up the ranks. That's what she's trying to do. And I can't fault her for it. I would put Rangaku above Ichibi. I'll put Ichibi above Harabel, though. And Uetsu above Harabel. And then I'd put... I think I'll put Baragon above Harabel. And so would Aizen, as a matter of fact. And then I'll put Harabel. And then I'll do Noitra. And then I'll do... Damn, these two would go really well together. Has anyone ever set these two up on a date? That would be, maybe that'd be too similar, though. You know what I mean? When two people are too similar and it doesn't really work. Either way, though. Kukaku, Ibe, Stark, Komamura, Isane, Kira, Ishta's dad. I feel like these two could also have some fun interactions. Naklava, Ririka, Tordoni. Again, I don't really remember enough about Kyokotsu to really make a judgment. Akon, because he didn't annoy me. Ikumi. Grammy or Keigo. Fucking hell, what am I doing? Keigo, Kangdu, Kensei. I can't put Grammy below Darty Boots. Darty Boots. Tsukushima, BG9, Hanataro, Momo, PSP Boy. Getting towards the end, everyone. If you're still here, thanks. This is really taking a while. But I'm having a good time. Tessai, Gerard, Hiyori, Doctor Who. Oh, why'd I vote for Doctor Who? Pesh. Mila Rose, Yuzu, Yami, Mo. This is just who I remember at this point. Candice, Sholon. I don't care. I kind of remember you. I don't care. 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 You know what? We're gonna vote for Charlotte Schulhorn. How's that? Okay, here we go. Aizen versus Rukia. Who do I prefer? Aizen's always very exciting when he's in the story and relevant. But Rukia makes more sense as a character. More interesting as a character. However, who would I rather see in a fight? Obviously Aizen. He's definitely not swaying the vote. Senjumaru, Byakuya or Rukia? I'll go with Rukia. Yeah. Byakuya or Grimmjow? What do I do? What do I do? What am I supposed to do here? Byakuya versus Grimmjow? Are you serious? What do you want me to say? What do you want me to choose? Both. Both. Give me both. Oh, man. One above the other? Byakuya, Grimmjow. Grimmjow. And then Byakuya just because they're supposed to be that close together. Fucking Okriora versus... Okriora. Ichigo. Orihime. Shunsui or White Sengetsu? Shunsui. Ishida. White Sengetsu. Ishin. Urahara. Oh god, not this again. Well, I mean, he is the strongest one, right? Because he came out on top in this fight. We'll do that. Okay. And then we'll do Yurichi. Yeah, I think I'd fit Yurichi to Renji. Then we'll do Renji. Then we'll do Old Man Zangetsu. Yeah, we'll do Old Man Zangetsu. Oh my god, would I put Yumichika above Gin? No. I can't not honor the sacrifice that Gin made. You know, it just keeps me up at night. Yumichika or Nalil. My two crushes. This is really nice artwork of Yumichika, okay? But Nalil would be less annoying to be around, so we'll vote for her. And then we're obviously going to vote for her as well. Ooh, I think we will vote for Nano as well. And, oh wow, this could be interesting. Ikaku or Yumichika? They both had fun secrets, right? Like, Ikaku secretly had a Bankai. Yumichika secretly had a true form of a Shikai. And a reason why we didn't normally see it. I think that's a little bit more interesting in terms of story. Also, he's more kissable. Then we'll go Panida. Not because he's more kissable. Just because he's more interesting. Chad or Ikaku. You know, those are two characters who have never had a conversation. And I think it would be kind of interesting if they did. We will go with Chad. What do I do with this kid? We'll go for Ikaku. We'll go for Rangaku. We'll go with Ichibi? No, we'll go with Fukutake. We'll go Yamamoto. We'll go Ichibi. We'll go Etsu. We'll go... Bargain's more memorable in my mind, but that might just be because I've read that part of the story more often. We'll go Hashwolf. Sorry, Hash Browns. I said his name wrong. Then we'll go Tenjiro because he's cool. Then we'll go Bargain. Then we'll go Haribo. Then we'll go Noicher. Then we'll go Kukuku. Then we'll... No one's ever said a name like that before. Then we'll go... You know what? Then we'll go Iba. Then we'll go Stark. Then we'll go Hisagi. Sailaparo... Is he more interesting than Komamura? I did like Komamura's story in Thousand Year Blood War, so we'll do that. Then we'll do Asane because she's cute. Then we'll do Sailaparo. Oh man, these are like two polar opposite characters. Basby and Kira. I'm going Kira. Because I got loyalty to Soul Society, you know. And also he does have a fun moment in Thousand Year Blood War. Then we'll go... Has that been animated yet? I don't think that's been animated yet. If you're an anime only person watching this, first of all, sorry, because this did spoil something. Not this specifically, but just like some of the characters that show up. But secondly, you might have some Kira stuff to look forward to. That's also a spoiler. Fuck. I'm really bad at this. I'm sorry. Kira's dead. Don't worry about it. Anyway, it's a flashback scene. Don't worry about it. We got Basby. versus Ishida's dad. We'll go Ishida's dad because he's got more aura. Then we'll go Basby. Then we'll go Iwach. Then we'll go Asnot. Then we'll go. Then we'll go Nemu. Then we'll go Masaki. Then we'll go Mayuri. Then we'll go Poison Doodle Bazooka Lady. Poison Dude. Then we'll go Riruka. Then we'll go Dordoni. I feel like I'm putting Dordoni a lot higher than a lot of people would. Then let's go lesbians. Then let's vote for Yachiru. Then starting to get to the point where it's like, I don't care. Ginju, Shinji, Tatsuki, Katagiri, Hitsugaya, Sasakibe, Kyokatsu. That's a kid. What do I do with a kid? Again, Ichika and Kazui, it's like, what do I do with them? They show up for like a couple of panels. Ekon, Ikumi, Kan, Mitsuru above Keigo. Hikafune, I guess. Dondochaka. Yu Yahora, Kangdu, Kensei, Grimmy, Darty Boots. Oh my god, which was the more annoying villain? Fucking this guy then. Then we'll do this guy. Then BG9 because he's cool. Hanataro, Momo, PSP Boy, Tessai, Gerard, Hiyori, Doctor Who, Pesh. Yeah, Pesh above Bambi, so I really don't remember how much. Yami. I should have put Yami at the bottom. That would be fitting for him. Guess Bambietta, Lil, Ganju, that girl. Huh. That would be a weird fight. Not really. I think Mo would die pretty quick. Azamari, Roy Lloyd, Giselle, Lisa, Karen, Quilg, Ururu, Hachi. I don't know. Stop asking me. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Wait! I know who this is now. Kotetsu. She's the guy who we just clicked. She's the other one who's the vice captain for Ukitake, right? I know who you are now. I don't think I would have voted you any higher if I had remembered who you are. You're still kind of a nothing character. What those tongues do. Boy, we're just clicking at this point. Oh my god, what a matchup. Wonder Wise. Charlotte. Donkanonji. Whoever Nakeem is. Okay, we're done. My number one pick is Aizen. My number two pick is Senjumaru. I think I should have put her as number one. My number three pick is Rukia. Okay. Then it's Grimmjow, Byakuya, Okuiora, Ichigo, Orihime, Shunsui, Ishida, White Zangetsu, Ishin, Urahara, Zaraki, Yurichi. I did not misspeak. Yurichi, Renji, Old Man Zangetsu, Gin, Nelio, Katen/Ohana, Nanao, Yumichika. I thought Yumichika would be a little bit higher all the times I've chosen, but okay. Parnida, Chad, Kazui, what do I do with his kid? Ikaku, Rangiku, Ukitake, Yamamoto, Ichibi, Uetsu, Hush Browns, Tenjiro, Baragon, Harabel, Neutra, Kukaku, Iba, Stark, Hisagi, Komamura, Isane, Sayalaparo, probably deserve to be a little bit higher. Kira, Ishida, Ishida's dad, Basby, Iwach, I never know how to say his name, Asnot, Nemu, Masaki, Mayuri, Naklava, feel like most people would have ranked him higher. Riruka, Dodoni, feel like most people would have ranked him lower. Soifon, Yachiru, Tosen, Ginjo, Shinji, feel like most people would have ranked him higher. Tatsuki, Katagiri, Hitsugaya, Sasakibe, Kyokotsu, Hyokotsu's all the way down. No, okay, I was confusing her with her sister or whatever. Ichika, Akon, Ikumi. I feel like I voted for Ikumi a lot as well, but she's still all the way down here. Kaien Dono. Mitsuru, Keigo. Mitsuru's one above Keigo. Mitsuru would absolutely lord that over Keigo. Hikafun, Dondo Chaka, Yu Yahara, Kangdu, Kensei, Gremi, Darty Boots, Tsukishima, BG9, who I feel like could have been ranked a bit higher, just based on his visuals alone. Hanataru, Hinamori, Yukio, aka PSP Kid, Tessai, Valkyrie, Hiyori, Doctor Who, aka Rose, Pesh, Mila Rose, Yuzu, Yami, Bambietta, Lil Ganju, that lady, Zamari, Royd Lloyd, Giselle, Lisa, Karen, Quilg, OP, Ururu, Hachigen Ashoda, Mo, Ilford de Grands, who I only remember his name and nothing else about him, KFC guy, the Colonel, Atao, don't know who that is, Candice, Meninas, Sholong, Omaida, Love, Loopy, Ginger Afro guy, don't know who that is, unless it's the substitute Shinigami guy, Lininet, Sian Song Sun, don't know who that is, Yushiro, Tokinada, Edrad, don't remember him, Sentaro, Kiyone, oh hey, they ended up being next to each other anyway, nice. Dirori, I remember not liking him, little else. Jerome, I don't remember you. Emilu, don't remember you. Aura, I don't remember you. Nianzol, Wiesel, two tongues. Hikone, don't remember you. Maybe Hikone and Aura are also in the, like, one-shot special. I don't remember. Giscoli, Nanana, Lilotto, Giriko, Jinta, Bernice, Wonderweiss, Charlotte Schulhorn, who I thought would be at the bottom of this list if she showed up. He showed up? He showed up. I don't actually know his pronouns, but I think he goes by he, him. Don Kanonji, Nakeem Grindana, Masked and Masculine, and Pepe does belong on the bottom, to be fair. God, I fucking hate Pepe. So creepy. Anyway, that's my ranking of 140 Bleach characters. If you disagree, do your own. No, let me know who your favorite character is. I'm not sure if I would have chosen Aizen manually out of all these characters. I know I would have put him near the top. Senjumaru definitely got to the top based on pretty privilege, but don't tell her that because I want to stay alive. Rukia belongs in third, I feel like. I feel like Grimjow maybe could have been in the top 3. But yeah, other than that, yeah, I would say this pretty much adds up to what I would expect to see at the end of this. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you watched all the way through this, my goodness. And let me know if there's anything else you want to see me rank, like Naruto characters or Attack on Titan characters. Doesn't have to be anime either. It could be like, it could be whatever they've got going on this site, as long as it's to do with a story. So, yeah, there we go. That's what it looks like. Okay, cool. I'm going to stop talking now. Bye.